What's up, nail geeks? I am back this weekend with a couple more videos for you all. I'm starting it off with the Polished Gamers December 2019 box. This month, the makers have taken on one of my favorite franchises ever, Final Fantasy. We have many games in that series. If you are not a fan or you're not a gamer in general, there are still some absolute stunning polishes and products to check out this month. I am so very honored and thankful that I was sent all of these products for review, and just really just so excited to be a part of this month. I have been a fan of this franchise since the very first one came out when I was a kid. So without further ado, I will try not to geek out too much, but let's get started with the products. First up, we have All Mixed Up Lacquers, and she brings us a bath bomb in the scent Beneath the Stars. This is a wonderful bath bomb. It's quite large and it comes in this super cute little wrapped bag with twine. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like outside of the bag. I'm going to speed this up for the video. But the bomb is in a variety of colors. It's blue, green, pink, and some white in here. It smells very fresh. I do get a very fruity tone to it. It's very pleasant, not too overwhelming. It fizzed up very nicely in my bathtub. You can use these also, kind of cut them up if you want to do like a petty soak, if you didn't want to use the entire ball, or an entire ball will go into your bathtub for a full body soak. This is really nice, very moisturizing, really nice experience with it. Very impressed. And it will be 5, and there is a cap of 30 to it. So sidebar, all of the products this month are heavily capped. So next up we have Atomic Polish, and she brings us these adorable earrings. These are inspired by the ever elusive Cactuar Boss and just regular Boss throughout the gaming franchise. These are made from epoxy resin and they have iridescent green glitter. They are topped and hand painted on the face, and they are backed with pure titanium findings. Price for these will be $8, and there is a 45 pair cap to them. These are so stinking cute, just so freaking precious. Very sparkly. They have those nice little iridescent, almost like flakes, kind of how I would describe them. The backs, as you can see there, nice little clasping to the back of it. These are so adorable. They are about the size of my thumbnail there, and I want to say that my nails are pretty wide. So just giving you an idea of what they are, an approximate size. Now here you can see they are on the slightly flatter side, so they don't like super poke out or anything. Very comfortable when you're wearing them, and just super cute. I love these to pieces. I was so nerded out whenever I opened up that little box, and very cute. I think they're also on the perfect size for not too loud, but definitely noticeable on your ears. And next we've got Redeyed Polish. She brings us a cuticle oil this month in the scent Beatrix, which is a strong and fierce blend of a lava flow cocktail and sea salt and orchid. So this smells very pleasant to me. It's got that spa type smell to it with that sea salt and orchidy type smell. It's a tiny bit floral, but very relaxing, very interesting, very fresh. And like I said, that floral undertone is very light. This does have a doe foot applicator, and I did review the box from August for the inaugural box, and I have to say that after using Corality's cuticle oil for the last few months, it's very nice, very pleasant, definitely soaks in the skin very quickly, and I really do like that doe foot applicator, as I am always preaching to my girlfriends and whatnot that when you are applying cuticle oil, you have to get underneath that free edge, because you want your nails to have that nice bendability to them. It really helps with their strength and preventing any breaks if you bang your nails on something. So very nice. This one is capped at 50 bottles and will be 9. And next we've got Color Spectrum Polish. This is Yuna the Sphere Hunter, inspired by Yuna herself from Final Fantasy X. It is described as a purple to blue thermal with purple, red, gold, blue shifting UCC flakes and blue, purple, red chameleon shimmer. This one will be 10, and there will be a cap of 40 bottles on this one. So the formula on Yuna has a bit of a lighter feel, but I think this one's really going to depend on your nail width. My very wide load nails here, I think made me want to go up to that 3rd coat, which you'll see here in just a moment. Very easy application. I've personally never worn one of Color Spectrum's polishes before, so this is a new to me brand for swatching and just wearing in general. I was very pleased with the formula. It stayed put where I placed it. The brush spreads out nicely on a fan type manner, and I had no issues with the flakes coming out of the bottle onto my nails. Everything was nice and smooth and flat for me. This one does dry down just a touch on the matte side, so I think honestly it will look really pretty matte. But of course, I'm a glossy gal, and so I used my normal quick dry glossy top coat in the final look, and I really think it brought that shimmer to life like crazy. So the thermal properties are very sensitive, as you can see here. It just instantly started transitioning on the nail. You'll get a very obvious warm state of that lovely blue color you're seeing on my nail bed. And in just a moment, I'll show you guys with some ice water, that lovely purple state that is the cold state for the thermal properties. So of course, you know, being in Texas, it is December and we are having incredibly warm weather naturally. So I did bust out that ice water, and you can see it was crazy transitioning back to that warm state. And next we have Copasetic Cosmetics. This is Buster Sword, inspired by Cloud's sword from Final Fantasy VII. This can be used as a topper or a full coverage glitter. It has gunmetal glitters, iridescent, and chameleon glitters. Price will be $11, and there is a cap of 25 bottles. So, per usual, those of you who have been subscribed for a little while, you know when I hear that something is either topper or on its own, I'm more than likely going to take it up to full opacity and see what it can do on its own. So you can see on that first coat, it is a very dense topper if you do choose to wear it like that. Personally, I think between 2 and 3 coats, you can get it opaque on your nail depending on your free edge length. I thought this was so crazy sparkly in person. Now it's got these really nice little gunmetal flakes in here and silver flecks. They give you such a strong, crazy, reflective sparkle in person. I was so impressed with this. I really feel like the video does it justice. As my swatches, personally, I feel like my camera just freaked out on the reflective part of it, and some of it kind of got out of focus. So I am very pleased when it comes to polishes like this that I am doing video swatches so that you guys can really get a good idea of what I'm seeing in person. So going in with this third coat, I'm going in kind of slightly heavier on the third coat. But as you can see, I had no problems getting everything to spread across my nail. Nothing was poking up. Everything was super smooth on application. And I didn't really have any texture with it, though personally, since it is such a heavy topper, I would personally recommend going in with one of your more glossier top coats just to give you that little bit extra coverage, and I had no texture afterwards. And next we've got Copasetic Cosmetics. She brings you a lip gloss in the scent and color I Bring You Salvation. This is inspired by the final battle from the game Lightning Returns, and is described as a peachy pink with red shifting aura and cheesecake scented flavored. The price will be $10, and there is no cap on it. Now, I am an absolute makeup junkie. I haven't really brought makeup up onto this channel quite yet. I realize that it is so different in lighting setup and whatnot versus what I do for nails, so maybe that's coming soon. I don't know. It just seems like such an endeavor to take on. But I digress. So this one is definitely what I would consider a sheer lip gloss. It's not sticky when you place it on your lips. It gives you a really nice high gloss type feel. And when you part your lips, kind of like a smacking type thing, it doesn't give you any stringiness or any like super stickiness. So what I would consider a very pleasant gloss. It does smell like cheesecake. Very, very nice and pleasant. And on a warmer tone like myself, I feel like it leaned almost like a champagne, and it's got a really nice fine type of shimmer to it. Very pleasant, very pretty, and it definitely leans kind of like a kind of shimmery type neutral. You can see here on my hand, very nice. You'll see that really pretty pinky type tint to it. And next we've got Fangirl Polish. She brings us an adorable keychain. This is inspired by a gold chocobo from the franchise. And this is a double-sided resin glazed gold chocobo dangling from a silver keychain accented with a beautiful black Aurora Borealis glass bead. Cap is 20 on this one, and the price is 10. So this is exactly how it comes. There is that really adorable little maker label on it. I do appreciate when makers do that. I just think it looks so much more chic, and it's just so cute. So this one is embedded in resin, so it is hard to the touch. There is a very, very slight bend to it. However, I think it's going to hold up very well. I already stuck this beautiful thing on my purse. So stinking cute. The cap on this one is very low at 20, so same thing with all of the others in this box. If you're wanting any of these, I highly recommend picking it up. I think this is going to make a super cute gift. Here against my hand, you can see a general size of it just to give you a slightly better idea. And next we've got Geekish Glitter Lacquer. She brings us the Health Point Boosting Sugar Scrub Soap inspired by Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. This is in the scent of tart green apple with a crisp ozone undertone, red grape juice, and a light hint of strawberry and wild cherries. Price on this one is $6, and there is a 20 jar cap on it. This smells very pleasant. It also has a touch of a fruity feel to it. On the scent, I get mostly a stronger cherry scent with it, and there is that nice tart green apple in the undertone. Very fruity and very fresh. Now, I use this one, and you can see here on my fingers here, I'm just kind of messing around with it to show you guys the formula. I would actually describe this one as more of a lotion type of sugar scrub soap, if that makes sense. So the scrubbing properties to it are of the slightly larger grain on the actual sugar scrub part of it. And when you wash with it, it lathers up like crazy, and it's just such a heavy, wonderful formula to it. I'm also a sugar scrub junkie, and this is such an interesting, it's probably one of the most unique types of sugar scrubs I've used. It feels like a lotion, and it leaves you really just soft and supple afterwards. Very, very pleasant experience with this one. And next we have Heaven Sent Treasure Candles. She brings us a roller perfume in the scent Heel Stomps to Diamond Dust, inspired by the Shiva summon from the series, and is scented in the Aspen Winter Dupe, which is a crisp citrus intertwining with warm winter spices of clove and cinnamon and dry sweet vanilla. This one will be $9, and there is no cap to it. So when you shake it up, you'll see lots and lots of really pretty silvery shimmers and a bit of blue glitters in here too. I feel like the blue glitters, you're not going to get a super dispersing, so if that kind of worries you for shimmer and whatnot, don't be shy about that. As you can see, once again, the video is just kind of being a little shy, the video, but you can kind of see slightly after I rub it in, you'll get more of that shimmer, little slight shimmery silver effect on your skin. So you'll get lots and lots of product payoff on the rollerball applicator. No issues there. This one smells very pleasant to me. It's very warm and very spiced. I get a lot of that cinnamon scent with that undertone of that vanilla, and there is a very slight but clove type scent to it, which clove is super strong anyway, so it's nice that it's like an underlayer to that strongly cinnamon type scent. And next we've got Indy by Patty Lopez. She brings us Magic Defense, inspired by Soleil's, described as a duochrome linear holographic with iridescent flakies and multichrome. This one is capped at 50 bottles, and the price is $11. So the formula on this one has that nice lush metallic like feel that you get with a lot of linear holographics. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it. On me being so warm toned, I feel like it leaned almost like a champagne, pretty much flirting with almost like a nude on my skin tone. It was very pretty. The holographic effect to it is incredibly strong in person. You'll easily see that linear rainbow across the nail. Now there's also those really lovely little iridescent flecks in here too that mostly come off as a really densely scattered warm pinkish type feel. It's really pretty, slightly on the warmer side. I think this is a pretty flattering color, and I really feel like it's going to kind of lean almost like a nude on most. And personally, I would recommend a glossy top coat just to really get that shimmer to pop. And next we've got Jewelry by RPF. She brings us a multi-chrome adjustable necklace inspired by a photo from Final Fantasy XI. This is a adjustable length necklace. Price will be $12, and there is a cap of 33 on it. This is so stinking cute. So the inside of that pendant is made of a multi-chrome polish, and it's super shifty in person. I'm kind of zooming in here, and you can see I've got burgundies, coppers, oranges, and a strong green at angles. It is very nice. There's a lot of hollow in there too. It really reminds me of a galaxy. And here you can see that adjustable necklace here. It's very pretty. It's like a brown cord type of material. Very easy to adjust, and wherever you put it on the length is exactly where it's going to stay. So if you want it a little bit longer, or if you want it to be pretty up high close to your neck, easy peasy to do. Very pretty, very sturdy as well. And next we've got Leash Lacquer. She brings us Chaos, inspired by Kaya's Ballad, and is described as a darkened purple with a green to red shift and a touch of hollow. Price will be $11, and there is a cap of 30 bottles on it. So here we have a lovely purple shade. This is what I would consider more of a vampy type of purple. For opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it and you'll be good to go. This one has a really nice formula to it. It has a bit of a squish to it on application. You can kind of get that feel on that first coat here. On the second coat, you'll get really lovely opacity buildup. There's a really generous scattering of sparkle across the nail, and personally, I don't really see anybody really needing to go up to 3 coats unless you have obviously longer nails. This one does dry down semi-gloss, so I would recommend really any top coat and you'll be just fine. Really nice self-leveling on this one. As you can see on that second coat, everything just kind of pieced together easily, and you'll get that really nice scattered hollow effect after top coating, which is what you're seeing here on the final hand shot. And next we've got Moonshine Mani. This is Planet Protector, inspired by Aerith Gainsborough from Final Fantasy VII. Is described as a berry magenta curly, freckled with green to fuchsia multichrome flakies and pink to blue iridescent flakes. Price will be $12, and there is no cap on it. So this is a very creamy formula. This is another brand that I have not worked on or worn, so new to me, and I was very pleasantly impressed with the brush on this. I really enjoy paddle brushes, and this is one of those super ultra flat brushes that really helps to apply polish if you've got wide load nails like myself. So for opacity on this, I'm going to suggest 2 coats and you'll be just fine. Though once again, if you've got longer nails on this one, I would recommend a 3rd coat. This one stays very nicely where you put it. It's got that really buttery, ultra smooth type curly formula that just slightly leans over just a bit more to a jelly with a super strong squish factor to it. I feel like the video is being color accurate to what I see in person, but just in case it's leaning too hot, this is a definite true magenta in my opinion. And next we've got Redeyed Lacquer. This is Merilith, described as a magenta curly with blue to purple multichrome flakies and an orange shimmer. Price will be $11, and there is no cap on it. So this one is what I would consider more of a curly-like formula. It is really there in between that creamy-like feel, but it does have a very light jelly feel to it, as you can see on that first coat. For opacity, I'm going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats, depending on how you want to wear it. Honestly, between 2 and 3 coats, I thought it was very stunning. I really enjoyed this base color. I would personally say that it does lean like an orchid on myself. The shimmer is very strong. You'll easily see it as this orangey type of copper appearance, and the flakes just really give a nice scattering too. I would classify these in the medium size category. They're very obvious on the nail, and as you can see here by 2 coats, easy peasy. Now this one does dry down slightly matte, so personally I would recommend a glossy top coat to really make that shimmer pop. And next we've got Sassy Cat's Lacquer. This is Knights of the Goddess, inspired by Final Fantasy 13-2, described as a purple magnetic curly filled with pink to purple shifting magnetic flakes, plus pink to gold crystal flakes. It dries semi-matte. This is going to be $11 and is capped at 45 bottles. So in the blogger description info, it was stated that this does have a slightly heavier formula than she normally makes. I do agree with that. However, those of you following along with me, I do prefer heavier formulas, and I definitely appreciated this one. So it dries as a harsh matte if you let it go just naturally. And as you can see on that second coat, wonderful opacity, very buttery smooth formula. It stays where you place it. Really appreciate that heavy formula. Very strong self-leveling with it too. You can see on the full hand shot there is quite a bit of movement to this one. That magnetic pigment is very pretty. You'll easily see it shift between a pink and a purple, and lots of movement there. So really flattering, very pretty. Personally, I think it looks fantastic with a glossy top coat, and it'll really exploit that magnetic pigment. And next we have Sweetheart Polish. This is Doom Spell, inspired by the Doom Spell from Final Fantasy V. Described as a juicy purple jelly with blue flakes, purple sparks, green shimmer, and a rainbow of UCC flakes. Price is $9, and there is a cap of 30 bottles on it. So here, this is what I would consider a true jelly-like polish. It has a lot of squish to it. It feels very smooth on application. I feel like with this one, you are going to see just a hint of your visible nail line, which is purposely done on jelly polishes like this. And it just gives that really nice gel-like appearance in the final look. For opacity and buildup, I am going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats depending on how you're going to wear this one. As you can see on that second coat, the buildup, it really starts to pop with all of those little purple shimmers. Very pretty. The flakes in it come off as a rainbow effect in person, and as you can see here, I really thought it looked just fine. Very, very nice. Easy peasy self-leveling on those flakes. I had no problems with them whatsoever. And I topped off with my normal glossy top coat. And you can see really, really nice movement with the flakes and the shimmer. And next we've got Trio Lacquer. She brings us Lulus Lacquer. This is inspired by Lulu's purple nails from Final Fantasy X, described as a delightfully squishy purple filled with purple to blue to teal shifting shimmer. Price will be $11 and there is a cap of 50 bottles on it. So this one feels like a definite jelly. Now, this is really one of those ones that I'm very indecisive on how many coats to recommend. Personally, between 2 and 3 coats. I took it up to 3 coats, and you'll see here in just a moment where I was kind of hesitating. I think on the second coat, it looked really nice. It really started to build up wonderfully. The shimmer is very shifty in person. In bright lights, like on the video, you'll see it as that teal appearance. It is strong, but at angles, you'll see it as this really nice luminescent purple. I did try to catch it on my macro shots, which I will show at the overview at the end of the video. However, I wanted to see how much I can plump it out, so I took it up to that 3rd coat, and you can see here, really, really nice shimmer popping here. Very nice formula. Stays put where you put it. Now personally on this one, I would recommend going in light with your brush strokes just to prevent any possible streaking, and you can see really nice appearance on that 3rd coat. Very nice. So here on the full hand shot, I did top off with my normal top coat, and you can see it is so crazy strong in person. And finally we have Venus Lacquers. She brings us the rebirth of Renoir Hartley. Inspired by the colors of Renoir's outfit from Final Fantasy VIII, is described as a royal blue with metallic aqua flakes, blue to purple flakes, and chrome flakes. This one will be $11 and is capped off at 30 bottles. So this is another brand this month that is new to me. I have not worked on these polishes or worn them at all. So this was another nice new experience for me. Overall, I definitely was impressed with this brand's formula. It does have a very jelly-like feel to it, but it builds up quite quickly on the nail. So it starts off sheer, but you can see on that second coat, I'm getting really nice coverage happening. Personally, for this one, I am going to suggest 3 coats to really build it up and get that gorgeous blue to really pop. On my monitor here, I do feel like this is the blue that I'm seeing in person in the bottle and on my nails. I had no issues with those flakes coming out of the bottle and onto my nails. Everything laid down nice and flat for me. And those silver flakes give a nice, strong, reflective sparkle in person to really contrast against that base color. Now this one does dry down semi-glossy, so honestly I think any top coat will be just fine for it, and you can see right there on that 3rd coat that plumping out factor that I'm always going for starts to happen. So personally 3 coats and I think you'll be good to go on this one. Now the Gamers box will go up for pre-order on the 15th of every month, so this month it'll be tomorrow, December 15th at 12 p.m. MST or 1 p.m. CST or 2 p.m. EST. There is a 2 to 3 week turnaround time after the pre-order ends on the 20th. And there is a flat shipping rate of $4, and for international friends that is going to be at the cost of shipping, so roughly $10 for Canada and roughly 15 to 24 our European friends. If you do make multiple purchases, shipping overages will be refunded on them, so really nice there. Nice flat shipping rates on whatever you order, or if you do decide to order multiple times. Now at this time there is not a buy all option for the box, so you just get in there and order what you're wanting. Like I said previously, any shipping overages that you get outside of that shipped cap amount, then you will be refunded for it. So this is very similar to current boxes right now where you can pick and choose what you want. You don't have to get everything in the box. If you wanted, one of the non-polished items and just a polished item, you can grab it. Completely like a build your own box type of experience. So I will link you guys below to the box website where you'll be able to access them tomorrow. Please note, these items are heavily capped, so if you're wanting them, definitely get in there and grab them. I did try out a new thing for this video, and I'm kind of testing it out for how it's going to work for my polish pickup videos. Let me know how this is coming off. Did you prefer having the price and cap info and the names of each of the polishes on the video? Did it work out? Let me know on that. I think I'm going to keep doing the videos like this, just as much info as I can squeeze into those little corners. And sidebar too, I will also link you guys below to the Polished Gamers fan group if you want to get in there. There's a lot of really nice chatting in there, from video games to nail polishes, nerd stuff, stamping plates, all that stuff. It's a really fun group, so I'll link you guys below to that if you are a gamer person like myself. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.